Nosferatu notes. You guys are jotting down anything you see about transitions, shadow, mise-en-scène, all that good stuff. So in this scene, Jonathan Harker has come from England to visit Count Orlok for a business transaction. Orlok is a vampire in the hills of Transylvania. And Orlok appears to be a kind of eccentric man, and then at night he sort of transforms into this vampire. So you'll see use of shadow here. Let's watch some of the best scenes of Nosferatu. We're getting a long shot here, moving to a medium shot of the vampire himself. You can see the costumes, the makeup, it's all very intense. So is the acting. Because there was no words, you had to overact almost. The music is sort of building slowly. Right, so this is the innovative use of shadow that FW Murnau had. To add tension, he wouldn't actually probably walk up to him like this, but to make the shadow look that way and look creepy, the use of light here is pretty big. So this is Jonathan Harker's fiance, Mina, who is having like a psychic connection with the Nosferatu vampire and like sending him away, basically. A lot of psychic stuff going on in these German expressionist movies. You get a nice view there of the side profile of Nosferatu, the makeup. Strange looking man. Sort of kind of calling Nosferatu away. Kind of awkwardly leaves here. We have a practical effect here of like a robotic door. This is also a sped up effect. So this is Nosferatu, Count Orlok. He's trying to get to England to get to Jonathan Harker's wife, Mina. So he stows himself away in a coffin. It's time lapse, it's called, and there's also some use of stop motion here. Watch. It makes it look like he's doing that psychically. But this was an innovative technique. This is the first time a lot of this stuff had ever happened. So this is on the boat over to England, Count Orlok's coffin. And you can see there's an opacity where the vampire is sitting on the table. And they don't have to do that physically. They have to get like a faint version of the film and put that over another version of the film. Close up with rats. So Count Orlok can turn himself into a hive of rats. This is a classic bit here. Great acting here. I like these movies because everything's kind of over the top. Yeah, there's some stop motion, we call this. The music's sort of building to Count Orlok's appearance here. Very slow moving. This is a classic of horror movies. It's a slow moving villain. This is towards the end of the film. This is when Mina Harker is finally visited by Count Orlok, the Nosferatu. And again, shadow is used very heavily here. A medium shot. Perfectly framing him in the center. This is another classic scene. The shadow here is more important than the actual look of Nosferatu. this is, I love this. It's great work with lighting and shadow. She's terrified, but the acting is all very like in the face, trying to look as shocked as possible or scared as possible because you couldn't say anything. These are called silence. Silent films. They weren't silent at the time. I mean, they weren't called silent. So he kind of uses the shadow to grab her heart. And there's actually going to be some special effects here the morning when the sun finally comes and takes Count Orlok away. You can see the music is brighter with the sun rising. You never go to a window if you're a vampire. Classic mistake. Oh no. What happened to YouTube there? So guys, hopefully you were able to pull a lot from the camera angles, transitions, mise-en-scène, and costume of Nosferatu. I like this genre because you can see where a lot of the movies we watch today come from these two films, Nosferatu and The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. My plan for film and literature is to sort of move closer to our time period. So that was the oldest movie we're going to watch. If you're interested in these type of movies, they're on Internet Movie Archive for free. But we're going to move to film noir next week. That's crime and detective stories of the 40s and 50s. And then we're going to move closer to modern day times. But I want you guys to see where these ideas came from, why they came about, and how you can kind of trace them from our time back then. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think of these movies. And I look forward to seeing what you guys come up with.